Okay, good morning, guys. Today we are studying the ballad, so you have to open your book, page 45. Okay, if you open the book and you have a look at the video, you can quite easily understand the meaning of ballad. First of all, you can see from the name ballad, recalling the idea of a song and the idea of a dance. In fact, at the beginning, the ballad, which was a very popular invention, was used during feasts, during very popular meetings, just to celebrate important actions of important people, or to talk about other situations. But what was important is that the ballad was initially a song accompanied by a dance. The stylistic features of the ballad, the ballad, as I told you, was very popular, belongs to the popular and folk tradition, so it is not an elevated creation. It was a very short narrative song, so it is never very long, and it was transmitted orally. So we didn't find at the beginning written ballads, but they were just told orally, sung orally. And the narrator was normally impersonal, so the narrator was not the main protagonist of the ballad. What about the content? The content of the ballad was never a complete story, but it focused on a single crucial episode or situation. So it concentrated on a very short event. And this is a typical example. The setting of the ballad, so where the ballad was set. There is normally in the ballads you can find a very short and very synthetic description of the setting, because the setting is never so important. For example, in this ballad you have till the grass overgrew the corn, so you have a very short description of the situation. L'erba che era poco più alta del raccolto. What about the narrative features? In the ballad, we very often find dialogues. Okay, it is very often used, and you can see that the dialogue is normally introduced by commas, by inverted commas here, open commas, and close the commas. The characters are normally fantastic creatures and human beings. Okay, so you have in quite all the ballads, there are some creatures which can seem unnatural, fantastic, a fantastic creation, as well as human characters, which seems to be real. You see, for example, Lady Isabel and Elf Knight. Ok, quindi l'elfo, il cavaliere elfo. The language is plain, so very quite simple, not particularly elevated, because the ballad had to be understood by popular people, by very simple people, common people. And there is also a formulaic, okay, so some formulas means that there are some figures of speech. the theme. Normally the ballads, differently from what expected, describe dramatic events, okay? So the ballad is never a happy story, okay? The ballads deal with dramatic events. Okay, and that's all for the ballad. Very simple. If you need any explanation, you call me or you send me a message. Okay, but I also wanted to give you some more information because I see that on your book you have some more information about the main themes. Okay, I told you that the events are quite always dramatic, but moreover, you can have ballads of magic. Okay, so we have as main characters fairies, ghosts, witchcraft, okay, and they often have particular powers. Then we have border ballads, which are the ballads about the rivalry, rivalità between the English and the Scottish people, because we will study that England and Scotland have never been in great friendship. And also ballads of love and domestic tragedy. Okay, so something that happened in the family. And also ballads of outlaws, for example, Robin Hood. Outlaws means fuorilegge. And these are the most important ballads we have.